So when you came to Comunica Academy and you were bilingual, and I'm so proud of the work that you've been doing, and at the same time that you were able to navigate between two worlds. And but what was one of the challenges that you saw that were hard for you to go to the other side?
Feeling the emotion in Spanish, connecting with the thought and the word to where it's not going to sound like it's forced or fake. Like how I'm speaking in English, when I say en español, lo quiero sentirlo también. No lo quiero que las palabras se suena como que no estás pronouncing it right, pronunciándolo bien, ¿sabes? Porque lo tengo que practicar. Y what I used to do is, and I still do it, write down las palabras en español, después write it down in syllables so that I can say it right. Y después look it up. ¿O qué significa esa palabra? Oh, eso significa eso. So, se lo debo decir como how I feel it and how I think through it. And so that was the challenge, and to learn new words in Spanish, because yo sé lo básico, some proper words to say in Spanish, pero the other stuff is new.
Is it hard for you to navigate between the two worlds? Because I know that you are going to concentrate your broadcasting, your career, and everything that you're doing, communications overall, in English, but you want to do stuff in Spanish. But at the same time, we are very passionate. We are very involved. Can you do that also in English? I mean, you're Latina. How do you feel about that's how you're projecting yourself out there?
I want it to be, I know that I can come across when I'm speaking in Spanish. Quiero que la gente sienta las palabras mías, mi pasión. Y so quiero, buscar las palabras que significa y que, describe what I'm saying, to use the right words para que sale bien smoothly. Ahora porque estoy Spanglish.
Exactly.
Spanglish, que esas palabras que quiero decir, pero no lo sé decirlo en español. So I want to have my vocabulary expanded more in Spanish so that I am able to pick those words, the right words to use.
And what about the American market, the English-speaking market? How do you feel they perceive the Latinos? I mean, they see us as fuego, fire, spark.
Exactly.
But at the same time, we are part of the melting pot. We're part of. So how do you see that transition? Because you work in both worlds.
I think it's a welcoming transition. Like they welcome that they want that difference, that uniqueness that we bring, as far as, just bringing something new to the table. Like we say, that chispa or that element that we're able to connect with other people. And we're funny, we're loud, we're giving, we're loving, we're open as well. I don't know if that answered or.
Do you see a misperception about the Latino culture? Did you see anything that they, I want to tell you mine. I feel they don't know that we come from different cultures. They just see us as one.
Yeah.
And yes. And sometimes no, I don't do that. That's the Mexicans, or maybe that's from Puerto Rico, or maybe that's from the Venezuela. So it depends. Like, for example, I'm not I don't dance that much. I dance, and they assume because I'm Latina, I'm supposed to be like, and I'm like, I do it, I dance, and I'm Dominican. Oof, so it's even like you don't dance really every weekend.
No merengue.
And I'm like, I dance every now and then, so there's a misperception, or what do you see out there?
That because I'm Latina, I'm gonna have an attitude.
Oh, there you go.
because they used to say, but not to bring in the Mexican again, but you must be Mexican. I was like, no, I'm mixed. You're mixed with what? Italian with what? Black? No, I'm Panamanian and Puerto Rican. And so they're like, oh, wait, what? You guys could mix and stuff? Of course. And we come in different shapes and colors. We come with blonde hair, green eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes, black hair, green eyes, or dark brown eyes and black hair, or light.
Or black, the African, the Latino now.
Yes. A lot, and that's in our blood. That is in our DNA.
Yes,
So
exactly.
we come through the rainbow. We are the rainbow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's something that I think we're growing into it. Like they kind of get it, but it's hard because they have, and the media doesn't help because, you know,
No.
sometimes we need to see more diversity when it comes to the Latinos out there. And
I'm seeing very little. I'm seeing here and there, un poquito sprinkles here and there, you know. Now they're starting to open up more of the market for us Latinos, and so I want to see more of it.
Yes, you know? And more diversity when it comes to colors. I seen Oriental, they would call it like Asian features, Latinos. That's so fun to just see, and they are there. And also,
I have cousins that are Asians.
Yeah, you see,
Panamanian Asians, and it's like that is so awesome.
Exactly. So they can see the diversity. What was tough about storytelling? Because we also did a little bit of, you know, tell me your story, tell me a little bit of your victories, failures, lessons, and things that sometimes are hard to share, but at the same time, it's part of communications. It's part of sharing who you are. And you're doing podcasting, you're doing also lives on Instagram. So you're out there, and one day, maybe you're going to have to share, or you want to share something interesting, but it's also tough to share. So we did a lot of storytelling on the class. And one of the things that I saw in you, that you were so passionate, you're an actor, so that's it. You're an actor. So, but there was some stuff like you were like, whoa, what was stuff that you can share with the,
is getting real with myself, is to allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to be judged, allowing myself to be looking like I'm fully naked up here and this is who I am, but I'm afraid because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be talked bad about. I don't want to be ridiculed or embarrassed. And it's like those little voices saying, oh, if you tell your story, you know how many people are going to be upset, or you're going to probably break families, or maybe they're going to think that, oh, she's all into herself, or she just seeking attention. You know, and it's like, that's not what I want. I want to share my story because I want to empower, inspire, motivate, help somebody. I want to reach to that person, to that girl out there who is waiting on me to open my mouth.
Yes.
That's what my life coach, reiterated that to me. Iris, you cannot be afraid to open your voice and speak forth, because that person is waiting on you to speak to her.
What was stopping you? Because when you came to talk to me, there was like a click, that something click. It was like, show me the way. And I feel like when we're going to share something that is intimate, that is maybe a little bit hard to share, it's part of your storytelling. It's part of your story. It's part of who you are and your testimony. But when you use it for service, there's something that shifts in your mind. You say, I need to share this because I'm helping somebody. I don't know who it is. Or sometimes you know who it is. Sometimes you just mix it, your story, and you said service, and it's like you have to do it. That's what happened with you when we were talking, when we were working on the storytelling, because that's how I felt like I was like trying to connect with that, with you, because you were like struggling a little bit, but
it was very hard. It was a moment of opening up a painful past, opening up and looking back and reflecting where I come from. And it's a calling. It's like, no, I cannot be silent, because where I'm at right now, I know that God wants to do something radical in my life, and radical for those that hear the story and see that there's a possibility. That it is possible, not there is, that there is possible. It's possible with God, that he will be changing lives through my story. It's very unique in some ways, because when I talk to my therapist, I see a therapist, and she says, for you to have gone through that and to have stepped to the plate and begin that healing process is something that many is very hard to do, very hard. And the outcome of it is a scary moment. And I would want to walk talk to people through them, talk through them to help them overcome that challenge, because it's possible to reconcile a relationship or a family that has been torn down. And there's ways to heal, to go back into healing, to live that life that you have. So
wow. Thank you so much, Iris. Thank you. I'm so proud of you and all the things that are coming your way. I cannot wait